Bitcoin has broken here to the upside through long-term resistance, and today I'm gonna show you why I believe that the 100k Bitcoin is actually way too bearish. I will show you new entries, new positions, new everything. Let's go. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in here. I will be here for a short time and not for a long time, so we directly get into the content here today. Yesterday CPI came in lower than expected, which is something that we rarely see. But that was the catalyst that we needed to break through the mid to long term resistance on Bitcoin of $94,000. So what did actually happen? So the CPI was expected to come in at 2.7%, but we came in at 2.6%, so 0.1% less than anticipated, and that was bullish enough for everybody in the space to go absolutely crazy. We should also mention here at the same time that there's a lot of turmoil going on around the Federal Reserve right now, with Jerome Powell having to answer a lot of uncomfortable questions to the DOJ. And that combined led then to this massive breakout here. And I also want to show you this, if you missed this yesterday, that I actually predicted that this is going to happen. So let's have a look quick over here. Still above the $90,300 mark. So and as long as we are staying above this, we should get another attempt here to break into this supply area, and from there get continuation into higher levels. So the problem is, if CPI comes in higher than expected today, I expect definitely not only a retest of this level, but also that we break slightly below this before we are getting any move here into the direction of $93,000. CPI comes in better than expected, so lower than expected, which is better. Then expect that Bitcoin will rip here into this resistance and then also finally find a footholding here and starts to consolidate before we make that next move then here past $95,000. Yeah, so as you can see here, yesterday this was predicted that we should get this move here based on CPI, and lo and behold, this is luckily exactly what we saw unfolding here in front of our eyes. Also, quick shout out to you guys who is here right now. I see here everybody that's here. Smash up the like button. Let me know in the comments. Also, in the chat, let me know in the chat, do you think that $100,000 is actually too bearish? I'm gonna explain you now why I believe that. So first of all, while you are letting me know in the chat, on the weekly chart, nothing so crazy has here specifically changed, besides the fact that we have broken here above the 0.618 level, and at the same time we are now midway through to the potential top of the right shoulder here of this overall head and shoulders pattern. I believe right now, if Bitcoin can manage to hold this week above here the 0.618 level, that the right shoulder will not form. What we're gonna see is that Bitcoin will start moving up here into the $100,000 level, potentially all the way up to $106,000, to this massive resistance here, get rejected, gives the impression that we are forming now the right shoulder, but then does this here, and we continue into much higher levels. There's so many macroeconomic factors that are pointing now to the fact that this year is the year that we should have had last year in terms of price explosion across the board, and that's why this will be just a failed head and shoulders pattern with continuation into much higher prices here. In the short term, what we want to see here on a weekly scale is that we are breaking above the let me see, which is this? Is 75? 50 weekly moving average here at $97,360. We got close earlier to touch this. But of course saw here then a small rejection, which is absolutely not surprising to see something like this here. So if we can manage this week either to close above this or slightly below this, where we are at right now, then next week we should get a break above this, and next week that could lead to a move to already $100,000. Remember what I told you at the beginning of the month? I said second, third week, somewhere around this, I expect Bitcoin to go to $100,000. Now on the daily chart, you get here a really clear picture right now. Not only because we have broken now above the neckline of that W pattern. So here is a small W pattern if you look at this here. But also above the biggest area on the VPVR. Now, the technical target for this W pattern tells you already that we're going past $100,000 because this is sitting at $102,000 approximately. So we just broke out here above the neckline. We are retesting this with the current daily candle that is just open since a couple of hours. So, and if you want to take advantage of that trade here, you can still do this. You know, so here $102,000. So this is still a 7.7% move to the upside, and here stop loss, kind of like here at $92,300. Sorry, $92,300. Entry $94,707. So just a slightly more of a pullback, and then you can trade this here to the upside. So you can technically just set some limit also, you don't need to watch this. Let's move on here on the 12-hourly chart. So basically the chart that you just saw in the video, we have clearly broken above that supply area here. A retest is more than likely, but then continuation in direction of the $100,000 mark. On here, the trade setup that was just given yesterday, we are already in this swing trade here, triggered from the $93,700 that I just mentioned. So that would basically just a retest of the entry if you missed it yesterday, and get another chance to take advantage of this trade, because you have here a massive ascending triangle that's right now in the breakout area. So once you get your confirmation with a 12-hourly move above $95,700 and at least a 1 or 4 hourly kind of close above that level, that will be your final confirmation that we are now heading into much higher levels, and will definitely attempt to break into the $100,000 mark. On the liquidation levels, I had to go as high as the 3-month chart here to actually see what's happening right now. As you can see, there also everything is in alignment that we should reach at least $98,500, because there is no liquidity beforehand on in terms of here higher levels. There is some liquidity here around $93,200, hence why we could see here a quick yeah, how would I call that? A quick, because it's not a dump, you know, so maybe a small yeah, a small correction. Let's call it a small correction to that level, with a wick reaching $93,200, but then turning immediately around a fake out. Let's call it a fake out. A fake out, immediately turning around, going here to $98,500. Once we break above this, we are triggering a short squeeze to the $100,000 mark there. As you can see here, there's not a lot of liquidity sitting right now on the short side, so I expect there then a small rejection, and that rejection will lead to a consolidation phase that will push us then past this. So if you want to take any of these trades, guys, do this on TapIt. There is a link in the description below where you can also get access here to this Telegram group, guys. Remember what I said yesterday, I'm coding something that will be released in the beta on here in that Telegram group. The only thing that you need to do is sign up on TapIt, deposit $500, send an email to info@amcrypto.us, or reach out on Telegram or on Twitter. You know where, how to find me there. Send me your UID, and then you will get access to this Telegram group where I send signals, where we are every single day crushing it, not crashing it. Every day we are crushing it there. Now, also on the shorter time frames, we can have here an imminent outlook what's going to happen here, and that is something really interesting in alignment with the liquidation levels. As you can see here, the 1.618 on the Fibonacci extensions is at $98,200 approximately. Remember what I just said, $98,500 is the next logical level in terms of liquidity, and this is in alignment here with the next major supply zone that comes in at $97,500 to $98,600. So now when we're looking at pullback levels, also here I can show you where price most likely, not only $97,700. Oh no, actually this is on the shorter time frames also the only major level for a pullback. So that is in alignment with the 0.786 level. If I go here and put this in, 0.786, so there. So you see 0.786 is slightly below $93,700, just $100 off. And that tells you already there is a major level of confluence why price should pull back there, and that could from here then continuation into the higher levels. The 0.786 is in general a level that traders are targeting when we are looking for basically a continuation move, either to the upside or to the downside, depending on in which direction we are trading here. So of course we're now massively trading to the upside because the trend is our friend. The EMA ribbon has here luckily find a turnaround, and also here we need to pay attention to that price at some point after such an expansion move will come back to the EMA ribbon, and that could lead after a move higher to current levels being retested, because the EMA ribbon will here slowly creep up as price keeps expanding. On the 1 hourly chart, our trade from yesterday that was given here was successfully hit. So I hope that some of you guys were able to catch this, because you had, I think during the stream was when we hit the entry level. So I hope you were able to take advantage of that. And also here I want to mention I gave you a higher target here, I think to $94,000 or $95,000 a couple of days ago, and said so there is the possibility that we go above this when we break here above the long-term resistance. I just did not expect that this is going to happen that fast, you know, so that was something that I did not anticipate. Now the Bitcoin dominance is also seeing here a turnaround, but again nothing substantial has shifted here just yet. That might be happening when Bitcoin starts going to the downside, starts consolidating, and then the altcoins will get a catch-up trade. The total free market cap also broke here now finally once again above the $900 billion mark. As long as we are staying above this, also here continuation is warranted. Guys, I am here already long enough now, so I have to run, but I appreciate everybody that was here. I try to come out tonight before I actually meet with Diddy to make an altcoin update. I have so much to do here today. I actually overslept, but I'm trying. I'm gonna try to come out with an altcoin update for you guys here in a couple of hours. And until then, guys, don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I hope to see you later, otherwise tomorrow.